Coming to you from Annapolis, Maryland, home of the US Naval Academy, the sailing capital of the world, home of the world's largest crab feast, and 4 signers of the Declaration of Independence. This is the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief, a daily roundup of local news that you can use, including local sports, local events, local opinion, and local weather from DMV Weather. Now here's your host, publisher of Eye on Annapolis, John Frenaye.
Hey, this is John Frenaye with a little bit of a bonus episode for you, and it's going to be a little bit longer than normal. This one's about 22, 23 minutes, and what we did is we took a walk down to the Annapolis Boat Show today, which is opening up. It's the 48th Annual United States Sailboat Show, and we wanted to check out and see what was there. We hooked up with Paul Jacobs, who's the general manager, owner, and president of the Annapolis Boat Shows. We met with Lynda Mann. We met with Paul Bollinger from CRAB, which is Chesapeake Region Accessible Boating. We met with Margriet Mitchell, who is with Jeanneau. Some incredible boats. There's a lot of vendors. Get down there this weekend. The weather is going to be perfect. Have a good time. But in the meantime, here's about 20 minutes of some sounds from the boat show. We're here on a floating dock outside of the Marriott. Not the Marriott. It's called the Annapolis Waterfront now with Paul Jacobs, who is the general manager still.
President
and one of the co-owners of the Annapolis Boat Show, US Boat Shows, which is, we're now in the Sailboat Show, which is opening this morning at 10 a.m. and runs through Monday.
Yep, 5 days in the Sailboat Show. We always go through Columbus Day weekend, and this is the 48th running of this boat show. 48. Now, how many do you have under your belt? I think this is about 12. 12? Mm-hmm. So you've got it down about now, right? No, not at all. We find new things every time we do this show.
Well, the boat show is just such a tremendous thing for Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland, to be honest with you. It's such a great revenue generator. Brings so many people to our great town right here on the water.
Right.
You've got beautiful weather. I don't think you could have ordered up any more, which probably means it's going to be pretty crappy next weekend for the Power Boat Show, but that's...
Well, the long-term forecast doesn't look bad except for our workers. The changeover piece of it has some rain in it, but that's okay.
But what's new and exciting down here this year?
Well,
and there's never a year where there's not something new that you're not adding. I mean, you added the up on Spa Creek,
the Brokerage Cove,
a couple years ago.
Yeah, we keep adding, and I love to name things. So we have Vacation Basin, we have Brokerage Cove, we have Cruisers University. This year we've added something called the American Sailing Summit, which is 7 days of classes. Most of these are taking place at the Naval Academy Club, the old officers club, but then we have onboard classes that come out of the boat show. So there's all kinds of things that people can learn, and we've got big name people from all over the world coming in to teach those classes. So that's just one thing on the education side. We've added a brand new, huge facility between the Fawcett Building, the 110 Compromise Building, and Fleet Reserve. Cleared the entire parking lot and put up a huge brand new tent there, so that's all brand new.
But you lost the rec center.
We lost the rec center, so that's why we ended up at the Naval Academy and some places like that. Yeah, exactly. So there's always something. We have these sailing lessons that we do. We've got something called the Sailing Center now. So every year it's something, and every year somebody's bringing something new. We have a whole list of premiering boats here. People love to do that from around the world here in Annapolis, too.
Something new this year. I mean, obviously, the sailing community has been horribly affected by the hurricanes, both Maria and...
before that was Irma.
Both in the U.S. Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, and whatnot. Part of what's going on here in the next 5 days is a fundraiser.
That's right. We decided early on that really this was an opportunity where we bring all these boaters together, and the boaters should step up and really help. I mean, the charter business in some parts of the Caribbean has been wiped out, and so that's all a rebuilding process. There are resorts that are no longer there. Power won't be restored for months to some places. So we knew that these people were suffering and they really needed help, and we thought, well, we've got boaters coming here, let's get them together and raise some money. So we created something called Hands Across the Transom. And Hands Across the Transom is a three-pronged way of donating. First of all, we have soggy dollars that people can put in boxes throughout the boat show. And then we've pledged $5,000. Our company's pledged $5,000 to have people, to challenge people to match it. So we're hoping that all the big manufacturers will come back in and match that. And then this evening we have a big party at the Annapolis Waterfront Hotel ballroom.
It's hard to say Marriott, isn't it?
Yeah. Took a long time for people to stop saying the Hilton too, so it's okay. So anyway, that will be tonight, and anybody who has donated $75 or more to the cause will be invited to come in free, and they'll drink and eat free all night.
That's fantastic. And are there opportunities to donate throughout? I mean, I understand. Are there going to be like T-shirt sales or something like that?
There are T-shirt sales. 40% of those sales go to the fund. On our website, people can find all the various charities that we know of. Other charities are fine. We're not collecting the money. We don't have our own charity. We're just trying to funnel money to the Caribbean. So we have South Florida, we have Puerto Rico, we have the British Virgin Islands. So there are funds and relief efforts that have been created there, and we're just helping them to get these people to get the money to them.
Right, and then I heard just recently I heard some good news about your office. You're getting evicted out off of Edgewood Road, if you will, but it's you've got a new digs hopefully opening up in time for the spring over here on Compromise Street.
Well, maybe spring, definitely fall next year, but we'll see. Right.
But you are building in Annapolis, so one never knows.
We're making a major commitment to downtown Annapolis. We're moving our offices down here. That'll be our permanent office. We've taken upstairs facilities in the 110 Compromise building,
which is the former Fawcett's building.
Yep. And so that will happen sometime next spring or summer, and we'll be in there. What it also does is it allows us to make sure that we have the rental of the parking lot for the next 10 years for our boat show.
So, you guys were sneaky. Figured that out. But
so we got the office space. This is a major commitment now to downtown. Yeah. The city of Annapolis has made a major commitment to us, giving us a long-term lease. So this boat show will be here for a good long time.
And it also keeps it maritime too, which is with the zoning, and keeps everybody happy there. So
exactly.
Well, I got to wish you nothing but the best of luck with a beautiful 5 days ahead of us here. The Sailboat Show opens up at 10 a.m. this morning. Mm-hmm. That's just a preview. That's not general public, is it, or is it?
It's general public, yes. Okay. It's called VIP Preview Day, so it's a higher price day. There aren't as many people. We kind of work out the bugs. There people have specials.
Some people have to work on Thursdays. Is that crazy?
I'm working at the boat show. So.
Well, okay, but you got 360 days off the rest of the year.
You're right. I do nothing. Yeah. So yes, it's a big day today, but then the weekend, of course, gets very busy. And like I said, the Sailboat Show goes through Monday. Then we have 2 days off to change over to power, and then the powerboat show starts.
And if you're coming down here, parking can be a challenge. The garages, actually, this year, the city has decided not to go with increased pricing in the garages.
Really?
Yep.
Good.
So there are going to be regular prices in the garages. If you can find a spot, there are shuttles that are running all around town. My personal favorite is parked over in Eastport at the Eastport Elementary School. Goes to their PTA.
Love that. Yep.
Walk over the bridge.
About $22,000 a year doing parking for boat shows.
Sort of a side benefit of the boat shows. Right. That's absolutely.
And then, of course, the stadium is where our parking is lined up with them, and we run shuttles from there all day long too.
Right. So your shuttle system is pretty extensive.
It's 17 buses plus all day long, every day.
It goes around. Hey, Paul Jacobs, thank you very much. Good luck.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you.
And we're down here on dock something or other. I don't know what the Annapolis
Onigo Alley, slip S9.
Yeah, we're a couple slips up from where the water taxis go, and we're with Paul Bollinger, who is with CRAB, which is Chesapeake Regional Accessible Boating.
Chesapeake Region.
Accessible boating.
Yes.
And this is a great organization based here in Annapolis that gets people with physical disabilities out on the water.
That's right.
And what is your tell us a little bit about your programs and where people can learn more about you and everything else.
Thanks, John. We've been in business for 26 years. And we take approximately about 1,000 persons with disabilities, mental, physical, wounded warriors, and children from at-risk communities out on the water. Teach them how to sail. We have sailing clinics and camps. And then we have day sail programs for family members who just wish to come out for a sail.
This is great. I know I've got a friend of mine, I believe, that sailed with you, Tom Ostier.
Oh, Tom Ostre, right.
Yeah, no, it's just a fabulous thing that you've got. I know that I believe Warrior Events has brought some people down from wounded
Well, they have a program. We have Warrior Events works with us along with the Connected Warrior Foundation and the Valhalla Sailing Project to help with the National Sailing Hall of Fame and the U.S. Naval Academy sailing team when we put on our Recovering Warrior Regatta twice a year. That's in April and September. And we work very closely with Walter Reed as well to bring warriors out and go sailing.
Fantastic. How many times a year are you out sailing?
Oh, how many times? That's a good question. Probably 100 times a year. We have 6 boats now. This is what we're introducing here today, our Beneteau First 22A, A for adaptive. We replaced our fleet of 30-year-old Freedom 20s with these new boats that one was donated by Beneteau, the other was donated by Annapolis Yacht Sales, and we are paying for 4 additional ones at cost through a program that was arranged with Beneteau and AYS.
That's fantastic.
And we do get boats donated, though, to Crab, of which then we sell them and use the
determine
proceeds.
Whether you could use them and sell. Right. Now, you take a boat. Beneteau donated a boat. What all is involved in making it accessible?
Well, we took the main sheet out of the cockpit, which was connected to the cockpit floor, which then would make the sheet go across the cockpit and hit people sitting there. And as you can see, we have adaptive seats that have been added to the boat with seat belts. And these are race car seats with race car seat belts.
So they've got harnesses.
To hold them in place so that when we're heeling, they won't lean or fall out of their seats. We also have the jib now set up so it could be self-tending. So instead of if you're single-handed and you can't get up to work the jib, that can work that way. We also took the lifelines down next to the cockpit and ended them at the shrouds because the lifelines blocked our access to the cockpit when we use our transfer box to put our guests into the boats.
Right. What's the cost of modifying a boat?
Well, it's not a big amount, but the cost of the boat is $29,000 to Crab, which I think retail the boats are anywhere from $38,000 to $45,000.
But as far as outfitting it for accessibility, I mean, what's the typical cost of modifying? I mean, you're not buying an accessible boat from Beneteau.
No, we're not. But AYS has been making the modifications.
Okay.
That was all in the contract of what we needed the boat designed, how it should be designed for our operations. So it took that, again, the main sheet out of the floor of the cockpit and put it on the transom.
Okay.
So it's not a large amount of money. It's just work, probably more in labor doing the work. And so AYS has picked that ball up.
Well, it sounds like we got a good set of partnerships together.
Oh, it's great. And we've got Scandia Marine that has helped supply us with these Lair propane motors. And so we got a very good deal on those. And they have a 11-pound tank there that will run about 20 hours if our volunteer skippers only go at half speed.
Right. Well, where can we learn more about Crab?
You can go to www.crabsailing.org and see our website. We have some phenomenal videos on the website from the Recovering Warrior Regatta, from a spinal cord clinic that we held, and also from our kids sailing camp that we did with the Anne Arundel County and the City of Annapolis Police Department.
Crabsailing.org, and I'm sure you can donate on there as well.
Yes, you can. Boats or cash.
Boats or cash. There you go.
It'll be great. Thanks, John.
Paul, thank you very much.
Okay.
And we always like to come down and find our local people here in Annapolis. We're down here at Dock something or other. Basically, we're in the
H-Dock.
We're in the parking lot of Fawcett's, or the Compromise
H-Dock.
Street parking lot, with Lynda Mann from Shades on the Bay. How are you today?
It's Shades of the Bay.
Shades of the Bay on the Bay. Okay.
Of the Bay.
Of the Bay. Shades of the Bay on Main Street. My favorite sunglass place.
Thank you. Thank you.
And flip-flop place, actually.
Sunglasses, flip-flops, hats, and we now have bubbles up in the store.
Bubbles?
Uncle Bubble. They make these giant bubbles.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, they're cool.
You're down here at the boat show year after year after year. I always see you here. You've got 2 locations down here. You're on H-Dock.
And
Compromise Street parking lot, and over on Dock Street, I guess.
AB1 is the booth over there.
Okay. Yep. How is the boat show for you? You're a local merchant. You struggle in the winters as everyone does in Annapolis when in tourism season. What's the boat show like for you?
The boat show is amazing for us. I don't know what I would do without it. It helps me get through my winter. Mm-hmm. It really does. It gives me the extra money to make it in the store through the winter. I love it.
That's fantastic. Now, you've expanded, too, over the years. You had one booth, and then...
We had one booth, then we went to 2 booths. We only had one booth for about 2 or 3 years. We've been here 15 years, I believe it is. And then this year, our second booth, well, our big booth, is a 20 by 30, and we've always had a 10 by 20. So we have a monster Maui Jim display over there.
Now, Maui Jim is your primary supplier, correct?
Yeah, Maui Jim is the 2 vendors, well, the only vendor that we represent here at the show. That's all we sell are Maui Jims.
I heard a great Maui Jim story the other day, and a friend of mine, Kathleen Booth, apparently broke her glasses, as we're prone to do. I mean, I donated a couple pairs to the Bay, not to the foundation, to the Bay. So, but she sent them back for repair, and they sent them back, and they said, we really screwed up. We thought we would get this turned around quicker than we did, but we didn't. So here they are, and it's free. And they were 5-year-old glasses that, probably, certainly were out of any kind of warranty, I'm assuming. And
that's the only company that I do business with that does that. I don't know of any other sunglass company that would do that. They're wonderful when it comes to customer service. Not only do they have the best lens technology in the industry, they also have the best customer service in the industry. Generally, when you send a pair of glasses back to Maui Jim, your turnaround time at Maui Jim is about 3 days in-house.
Boat show is supposed to be one of the largest ones. It is the largest for the number of boats that we've got here. I was talking to Paul Jacobs earlier. Powerboat, which is coming up next weekend, looks to be equally as large. They keep adding different things to it. The cities miraculously did not jack the prices up in parking.
Which is amazing.
It's standard. Well, it's election year, so that how that.
I was very shocked when I walked into the garage this morning and it wasn't $30. I was like, where's the event sign that says $30? It wasn't there.
Lynda, you got a raise.
I got a raise.
So the parking prices are the same. Actually, I do encourage people to park at Eastport Elementary School. It's a great cause. It goes to their PTA, walk across the bridge. Plenty of places to do. You can park at the Naval Academy Stadium, take the shuttle here. They do a good job of shuttling people. Make sure you stop at Shades on the Bay and the conference. Shades of the Bay. She's giving me a dirty look. I can't see it because she's got her sunglasses on, but I know there's Shades of the Bay. And
and don't forget to stop down at the other local businesses downtown on Main Street and West Street and over on Maryland Avenue. Since the boat show has such efficient parking from the shuttle, from the Navy Stadium to the boat show, a lot of the business on Main Street gets forgotten.
Just sucked
People
down?
just hop on the bus and they go back to the parking. Don't forget, we have great restaurants down here. We have great little independent businesses down here that need the support of boat show.
Great idea. Walk up Main Street, hang a right, go around State Circle, and check out Maryland Avenue. You've got Annapolis. You've got a lot of great little boutiques there. On Main Street, you've got, there's an Irish store, there's any number of different great stores on Upper Main Street that you need to check out there. So that's
our store is open till 9 o'clock every night during boat show. And I think we're open 9 o'clock every night during the week, so don't forget us. Not only are we down here at the show, we're also on Main Street. We have a lot of other products.
And you got bubbles up there.
We have bubbles up there. They're
at Shades
really
of
cool.
the Bay.
Shades of the Bay.
See, I got that right.
The show is amazing. It's a beautiful day. Come on down and enjoy this.
The important question of the day, and I look forward to it every year. Are you going to be serving booze again this year?
I say
serving, they've got a...
We serve what's called Maui Madness, and it is an adult beverage, and it is, come on down, get a drink, tie some sunglasses on.
Secretly guarded recipe?
If I told you, well, then it wouldn't be a secret.
Lynda Mann from Shades of the Bay.
John,
thank you very much.
Good
to see you again.
Good to see you.
And we're down here with an Annapolitan, Margriet Mitchell. How are you?
Hi, good morning, John. It's so good to see you again.
Good. And you used to work here in town, and now you're like a big shot with Jeanneau.
I am. I like to think it. Well, I mean, not really, but so yeah, I've been handling marketing for Jeanneau America for almost 2 years now, and we're here celebrating our 60-year anniversary of building boats.
Great. And where's Jeanneau? Jeanneau this Bay is a French company, obviously.
It's a French company, but we also build some of our boats here in North America, in South Carolina.
Okay, and how many years have you been, not you, I mean, you've probably been coming here to the boat show forever because I know you're an avid sailor.
Yes, I am.
But how long has Jeanneau been at the boat show, and what do you guys look forward to for the Annapolis boat show?
I mean, Jeanneau has been, well, we've been obviously, since we have such a prime location right here in Pussers, we've been obviously part of the boat show for many years. I'd say well over 20 years. And
is that part of the deal? Is that how you get a good spot? Is just keep coming back?
Yeah, you
and
just
you
coming
get better
back,
and better
right?
and better?
You lock in your area, and you commit to the show, and being a part of it and supporting the local economy and whatnot. And
well, you guys have created a little village.
We have
here, if you will. I mean, I know you walk in and the carpet changes and the flags are different, and everybody wears the red shirts.
That's right. Today is Red Shirt Day.
It is. What's new at Jeanneau? You launched a new boat today.
Yes, we did. We're launching the new Sun Odyssey 440. It's the 8th generation of the Sun Odyssey range, and it's really revolutionary. And I really encourage you to take a tour of it.
Boat show, is it good for you guys? I mean, do you sell a lot of boats out there?
We actually do sell a lot of boats. It's a really, really important show for us. It's actually for our sailboats, it's the #1 show for us here in North America.
Okay. Well, we're doing this podcast, and we noticed this one here, which is the 64.
Yes, that's our flagship, the Jeanneau 64.
Right, and I saw it had a million one something or other at starting.
Yes.
If I were to give you like $1,079,000 right now in cash, would you put my logo on the side of it?
Possibly.
Okay. Throw in a trailer and a painkiller.
Possibly. I mean, everything's negotiable. Everything's negotiable, right?
Absolutely. Well, I know that I was talking to Paul Jacobs, the general manager, earlier this morning.
Sure.
A record number of boats that are here this weekend. We've got the powerboat show that's going to be coming in next weekend.
Yes.
Apparently, you guys drew the long straw for the weather.
I think we did.
One of the shows gets rained out, and
It
was your turn for sunshine today.
It was. We're very fortunate and thankful.
But how many boats do you have here today?
We have 8 boats here at our main display, and then we have another 4 boats over at Take the Wheel, which is a program sponsored by the boat shows, and we're sponsoring that particular activity.
And that's where you can go out and basically drive it.
Yeah, there's a classroom session in the morning, and then you can go sailing in the afternoon, and it helps you decide, what direction you want to go in as far as getting into sailing. Wonderful. And possibly buying a boat.
Wonderful.
And hopefully a Jeanneau.
Absolutely. Well, Margriet Mitchell, thank you very much for taking some time. Good luck. Have a wonderful boat show, and we will see you in a little bit.
Wonderful. It's good to see you, John.
Thanks for listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. If you like what you heard, make sure to tell your friends and colleagues about it. And also tell them about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find much more. Be sure to check out our other weekly podcast, The Maryland Crabs. This podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at noon. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.